and welcome back to another video from Collin Palmer Sailing on YouTube. This time we're going to recap a trip we took across the lake this 2023 season. So you've already seen one video where I showed us launching for the year, and now as we get ready to depart for the summer, keep in mind that this video is many months after the trip. I didn't want to haul a camera around with me all summer long and always be on and be commenting, so I saved everything till the end of the season. After purchasing a motorcycle last spring and taking motorcycle riding classes, getting my license, I seem to be having a lot of fun in the off season with motorcycles, but now the sailing season's back upon us. So this video is going to highlight our trip to Muskegon, Holland, and Grand Haven, Michigan, as we prep for the trip with our new shower that you see here, new chairs. We're getting everything ready to go on our trip, which took place June 23rd through July 4th of this year. Several shakedown cruises that we took got us ready for our trip, and in the meantime I just kept riding my heart out. Finally, it was time to get ready to go on our cruise. Again, a few more shakedown trips
sailing with Anna
along the lakefronts in Waukegan.
It's a beautiful boat.
And we were ready to go. Checking the weather and talking to our parties that were going with us. There were 3 of us that went across the lake. They actually left a day before us because of my work schedule. Gave us a little extra time to prep for the trip, make sure we have all our safety gear on board, EPIRB, flares up to date, as well as our weather broadcast to figure out what the weather was going to be like heading across the lake. It was a 16 to 18 hour trip, and as you will see in the upcoming videos, there was no wind. Even though it shows here that we would have wind, there was no wind, and I think a lot of that had to do with the Canadian wildfires, the smoke, and it just basically flattened the air out. We could see the smoke from the Canadian wildfires all the way down to the bottom of southern Lake Michigan. So it was a pretty quiet ride, and our engine did most of the work as we motored across the lake. I mean, we motored the entire way, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, that's all I can say is, wow, how pretty is that? We have 0 wind, and we are heading to Holland, Michigan. We're about 11 miles in. I haven't dropped a lot of videos this season just because it's this, the same thing. Each sail is unique, but it's the same area, so I just wanted to cover something when I left the area. We've seen enough of Waukegan, even though it's gorgeous sailing, and now it's time to take a break and head across to the Michigan side. Little reading material. We're gonna be on this for about, I don't know, a week and a half or something, 2 weeks. So it's a nice night to cross. There's no wind and no waves. We gotta burn the dinosaur squeezings, as my friend Don says, but plenty of diesel and water, plenty of diesel. I've been planning this since November, and we're on our way. Michigan shores, Holland. Should get there like 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, fingers crossed, knock on wood. long and quiet night. I slept a couple minutes here and there. Michigan sunrise. Okay, we are on the Michigan side, and this great sunrise. Where's that sunrise? Wow, just pick it up. All right, we're making breakfast. We're in Holland, watching the cargo ships go by. Here's Don and Vicky. They should be good. We've got some guys fishing here. There's Jim's boat. They should be good with the passing of this barge. Really nice. Very nice crossing. It's breakfast time. Bacon. Nothing spells successful crossing like bacon and a barge. Very cool. Very cool spot. Holland, Michigan. Right inside, free anchorage. Great. If you have Navionics, Navionics is going to show you a green anchor sign. Click on it with a question mark. We'll have everyone's review who has been to this anchorage. So far, we're liking it. 17 feet of water. So I've got 2.5 times the scope out, and she's holding brilliantly. All right, this is where we're at. Lake Makatawa in Holland, Michigan. Say hi, Mags.
Hi. Woo-hoo.
Is that a spider?
Ah!
Yeah, this place is pretty cool. There's my friend Don's boat, and our friend Jim and his wife's boat, and we're anchored out here, about 17 feet of water, and it's pretty cool. Lake Michigan is over there, sand dunes. It took 16 hours to get here, but it's pretty flat. So that's good. All right, you guys have a great day.
Haven. We left Holland, Lake Makatawa, and turns out we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to a overnight storm that had our anchors dragging. So we quickly, since we were heading to Holland, rather to Grand Haven today, we just decided to up anchor and get started early. So here we are pulling into Grand Haven's marina. Really nice, very reasonable rates as far as getting slips for the night. I want to say it was $68 a night, still cheaper than any hotel. Really friendly staff, and we had our own little clubhouse that we were able to hang out in. TV, card games, barbecue grills, refrigerator, ice, all that good stuff. So definitely recommend Grand Haven as a spot. So we hit all 3 spots on this trip. First Holland, then Grand Haven, and then after this we head up to Muskegon. Beautiful place. Always in love with the Michigan side of the lake.
Alright, we are gonna get on the wall. Jim's gonna help pull us in. We did walk a long way. Such beautiful coastline though. What a great view of our boat. Right. Oh yeah, there's a cargo ship coming in. Look at that thing. There's the paddle boards, and there's our dinghy. We're spread out all over this place.
We are.
It's Michigan though, man. It's really pretty here.
Feels so good to have your feet in the ice cold water and then the hot sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dream, right?
That is a dream, to be able to burn $3,000 worth of gas and not even think about it. Amazing.
We had a great time on this trip, and the return trip was just as exciting as the trip on the way. Again, no wind, very little to speak of, and we used the motor most of the time, but I was so happy with my Yanmar engine. She handled it greatly, and no issues, knock on wood. Oil change and impeller change coming up here. End of the season, I changed the oil. Beginning of next season, I'll change the impeller right as she gets back in the water. But this is a sturdy boat, and we're so happy on the trips that she's taken us and on the trips that she's yet to take us. Thanks again for watching. Happy sailing.